Hello everyone, I'm Kalyssa.
And I'm Hannah.
And today we are going to tell you about our previous video where we showed you a prototype of a roller coaster.
Yeah. And so, Kalyssa, would you mind starting?
Sure. We start by showing you our construction plans. So, as you guys know, this started at the door, where it had a lot of potential energy, and it was the free fall point. Then, once it went down from the door, that was when it was at its greatest acceleration. Then, it went over the dresser with the first hill, which created a lot of potential energy. As it came to the bed, it was at its greatest velocity, and when it went up the hill, it was at its greatest friction, but when it went down the hill, it was at its lowest friction. This is because this hill, the second hill, was the biggest hill. Then you go to the pile of books, which is where you have the third and final hill, which goes into a loop-de-loop, which has the centripetal force, and it's at its greatest gravitational pull. And then after that, it creates the bang sound effect.
Okay, so the name of our roller coaster was...
The name of our roller coaster was called the Heap of Fun Ride.
And the theme was a junkyard. That's why we named it the Heap of Fun.
It's like you're going through an adventure through a junkyard.
And this is our... He ran away. Okay, so anyway.
One thing I will probably remember 6 months from now is how irritated I was we were making the roller coaster. It was a really hard process that was really complicated.
Yeah, and the marble wouldn't go through. So yeah.
It kept falling off and flying like behind my bed, remember?
Yeah.
If we could change one thing about the participation, we would focus more on the quality of the project. We didn't have much time during Thanksgiving break, so that's part of the reason, but it was also partly because we wanted to get it out of the way. We're most proud about our loop-de-loop because that was really hard to put together. You had to get enough acceleration to where it could go over both the loops.
Yes.
I organized the information I researched by typing up the information I found. That way I could remember it when starting the project. It ends up effective for me. I think I could have followed I think if I followed the research exactly, like to the brim, when I did it, the experiment would have turned out better from the start.
Yes. And our knowledge of energy transforming helps us create an effective design, because I know when there is too much kinetic energy or not enough potential energy.
The energy was conserved because it is conserved over time. It can't be created or destroyed. Energy just transfers from one form to another form.
The most challenging feature of our roller coaster design was the bang sound effect, because we couldn't figure out what to do to make the sound effect.
But eventually we had this thing to where even if you just touch it, it will make a clicking sound. For number 8, we're going to be making another video on YouTube to show that. We learned that roller coasters use a lot of engineering. A roller coaster is the king of the park ride because all the work that goes into it, along with how fun it can end up for the riders. So thank you guys for watching, and be sure to check out the other video that we're going to make to describe one other thing. So, thank you guys. Bye!